Good morning. So this reading is for Friday, December 20th. And let's see what wants to come out. Current energy. One more. Okay. I hope you're ready for some movement here because there is definitely a lot of action. Lots of action here. Wow. Okay. We're going to jump into this, but looking here, bottom of the deck, Two of Pentacles is showing up. The Two of Pentacles, it's about prioritizing something here in your daily life. There is a need to make room for something, which requires you to kind of let something go. Whatever is trying to finish out, let it close. Whatever that cycle is, let it close. Get some things off your to-do list. Really focus on where you should be prioritizing your time. So what's the most important thing for you to handle kind of right now, and just take it from that perspective. It is about creating some sort of balance here in your life. And bear with me, I just had to change these Invisalign trays, so my lisp is a little bit stronger than usual because my teeth haven't yet shifted into this. So just bear with me. It might be a little bit more difficult to understand me today. Anyway, looking at the energy here in the past, we do have that Ten of Pentacles showing up, Knight of Wands, and the World. So the Knight of Wands is about movement. The World is the end of a cycle here. Something just came to its natural completion. Ten of Pentacles, this does indicate whatever it was, you got the most out of this cycle that you were possibly going to get. There's no additional lesson that needs to be learned. There's no, it's going to be a weird way of saying it, but there was no abundance left on the table. You literally got every positive benefit out of this cycle that you could possibly get. There's no reason to look into the past and think, well, if I had done something different, I would have gotten more out of the situation. The truth is, you would not have. That is not how this is playing out. What this tells me is that you got everything that you could possibly get out of the situation from a positivity standpoint, from that abundance standpoint, and it really sparked some sort of change within you. Because that Knight of Wands showing up in the middle indicates that you were ready to move on. So when this cycle was closing, you kind of knew it. And you also knew that there wasn't anything left for you here. But being in the moment and then looking upon it with hindsight, they're not always the same. So when you're in the moment and you're ready to move on because you just feel like, okay, it's time for me to go into whatever is coming next. But it's only when you're sitting there some point in the future after that moment in time where you look back and think, well, could I have gotten more out of the situation if I had handled things differently, or if I'd made different decisions, said or did something different, what would have happened here? There's no reason to look back and think that you would have gotten more out of the situation. When I look at the current energy here, so keep in mind you had a Knight of Wands showing up in the past. We have a Page of Pentacles. We have a Knight of Pentacles. And we have a Page of Wands. So we have the Knight of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, the Page of Wands, and the Page of Pentacles. So in the past, there was sudden movement once you kind of recognized that you were at the end of that cycle. The Knight of Pentacles is a slower moving energy. It's because you're taking all this information in. You're really absorbing and learning kind of as you go. So it's kind of informing your steps along the way. It's like, I'm ready to take this step, but I'm learning what I need yet to take the step after that. And so Page of Wands, Page of Pentacles, I mean, these are messages. This is something new coming in. Pentacles is going to be more information that you're learning around the actions that you need to be taking. So there is movement that is happening here. It's going to be a little bit slower in the current energy just because you're making really informed decisions. Everything that you're doing here is based on what you're learning. I like that because you're open to changing what course you're on based on the information coming towards you. You're not set on, okay, this is the way it has to be and I have to get there and these are the only steps I can take to get there. It's about recognizing that there's multiple paths that will get you to your destiny. It's just about which one is right for you right now. And when I look at the future energy here, we have the King of Wands, we have the Tower, and we have the Five of Pentacles. So the King of Wands, again, very action oriented here. This King of Wands, a very mature energy. So when you're making decisions in the future and the actions that you're taking here in the future, it's based on the information that you're learning right now. So it's helping to inform you going forward, which means you don't have to take in all this new information as you go. You already have it all within you. It's about acting on whatever information you have. You're actually triggering a Tower moment here in the future. It's not a negative by any means. This is actually helping you release something that you have been holding on to. Something here that I'm trying to pick up the energy more. It just feels like a void. Whatever this is feels like it's an energy drain and you're not getting any benefit out of it. That's exactly how I'm picking up this energy. So we'll see what comes out when I clarify, but it's a sudden release. And so you don't need to worry about it. There's nothing negative about this one here. I don't think it's that deck. Let's see. Yep, this one. Okay. That's unusual. I can usually feel the deck before I pick it up. I can see it, which one is going to be the hot one. But I was actually getting two, and this one is warmer. So let's keep going. Let's get the World. With this Ten of Pentacles here in the past, so that completion, getting all the abundance, Knight of Swords, more movement happening here. This is something where you recognize the end of it because that Knight of Swords has a lot of clarity, has gained all the information you could possibly get out of the situation, really thought it through and started mentally disconnecting from the situation. You probably started mentally disconnecting before you took any kind of action here because you knew inside you were ready. It was just about this physical act that maybe you weren't quite ready to do. And the Knight of Wands, Seven of Swords, you kept it to yourself. Until you were ready to take some sort of action here, you kept it to yourself. The Seven of Swords is about lies, manipulation, and deceit. But what you were doing here, you whatever the situation was, you knew it was over. You just weren't ready to say anything yet. You weren't really to take that affirmative step out of the situation. And so you were, in a way, manipulating the situation for your own benefit. But I don't see this as a negative. It was you were doing what was right for you at the time, because you were really acting in your own best interest, which when you get to the heart of the matter, when people lie or manipulate you, it's because they're acting in their own best interest. That's how this is coming across here. And with the World, I got the Ace of Wands, so more movement, a brand new beginning here. So we've got the World with the ending, Ace of Wands, brand new beginning, definitely taking steps forward. You were getting yourself out of a situation, but you were looking for more information on, okay, I got myself out of it, now what? That's kind of the current energy that you're sitting in. So let's get the Page of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles. So clarifying this Page of Pentacles, this is an interesting combination of cards. We have the Four of Swords and the World. There was an ending here. Four of Swords, World, both completion of a cycle. The Four of Swords is an ending so that you can take some time to heal. Whatever ended in the past required you to really take a step back from other people, put yourself almost in like a timeout kind of situation where you just needed a break from everybody else. You needed this time to rest and recover and rejuvenate in some sort of way. Page of Pentacles, while you were in the midst of doing this, you started learning things about yourself, about the situation, about other people. It also feels like this is when you might have been taking that time to reflect on the past and think, did I do it too soon? Did I end this too soon? Did I get everything out of it that I could have? And you did. You definitely did. With the Knight of Pentacles here, I'm getting the Death card. So lots of endings, lots of new beginnings, lots of transformation with this Death card. This is endings connected to new beginnings, lots of movement forward. You're literally in the middle of this transition, but you're on the more positive side of this, where the hard work that you've already put into it, you're going to start getting the rewards here soon. You've already been doing all the work. You're going to continue to do the work. The hard part was getting yourself out of a situation, like physically removing yourself from a situation. And it looks like that has already taken place. And so when I see the Knight of Pentacles with the Death card, this is more information coming to you. This is about you recognizing that it went as far as it could go. Whatever the situation was in the past, you got everything out of it. Now it's about moving forward. It's not about looking back. It's purely about what happens next. What am I making room for in my life? With this Page of Wands, I am getting the Nine of Swords, because you're kind of in this, trying to find the right words, kind of like a new student type of energy, where you're starting, let's say you're starting a new class and it's something that you're really interested in doing. You're really excited for this opportunity, but you start learning all the knowledge and you start thinking, well, how am I going to absorb it all? How do I take this all in? It just feels very overwhelming. Like, what am I going to do with all this? Am I going to make the right decisions going forward? Do I have all the right information here? That's what I'm picking up with this Page of Wands with the Nine of Swords. You're apprehensive around the actions that you need to take, because you're not fully relying on the energy that you're kind of absorbing right now, because you are in this early stage. You're not this advanced student yet. And so that's where the apprehension's coming in, and it doesn't feel any more significant than that. You're going to move forward. You're absolutely going to move forward. You're going to think through every step as you go, because you aren't at the point of being a King of Wands where you can just trust and rely on the information that you have here. So let's get the King of Wands. There is going to be another card on the Seven of Cups. Okay. I see where your head is. So clarifying the King of Wands here is the Four of Wands. So you're moving towards happiness, a reason to celebrate, something that you really want, something that this feels like it's a goal that you've had for a very long period of time. You just didn't think it was either realistic or that it could happen this soon. But what you're learning right now is that all the decisions that you're making can easily put you on that path, and it can go a lot quicker than what you thought it could in the past, because you're setting yourself up for success. That's exactly what you're doing right now. With this Tower, I am getting the Two of Pentacles. So the shakeup that's happening here is to help balance you out. So the Two of Pentacles was at the bottom of this deck, and in fact, right underneath the Two of Pentacles was the Queen of Wands. There might be another person here that's kind of influencing you. This would be somebody who's very like-minded, who is also very driven, very motivated, just like you. This person is on a similar journey. So I'm going to leave it at that, because this is more about you and your journey. Just know that there's somebody running parallel to you right now. So take that as it resonates. But the Two of Pentacles showing up here twice does indicate that balance is coming into your life, that things are moving in a better direction, that you are creating your own tower. It's to shake things up. It's to make room for this parallel person to come in. And when I look at the Five of Pentacles here, I actually had a couple of cards that were like kind of popping out, but the Seven of Cups was the only one that really wanted to come out, but it didn't feel like it was alone. And so clarifying what you need to release, which is what's happening during this Tower, you're releasing indecision, not being able to prioritize, that lack of clarity, that fog that you might have been in recently. You are going to fully release that, as well as any disappointment that you've experienced. There's something here where once you fully accept that the past is done, there's nothing you could have done differently, there's no additional lessons to be learned out of this, that's when you're fully embracing this new. And the minute that you start to fully embrace this new, you trigger a Tower. And I mean fully embrace it, like no going back at all. And so that's when things are finally going to be removed. All these blocks and barriers or any resistance to whatever is coming next is removed from your life. So this is the reading for Friday. I hope it resonates. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Take care.